Hi, this is Ron Edwards, Master Sommelier and Director of Wine Education for Winebow Fine Wine and Spirits. Today we're going to talk about Blackboard by Matthews. This is a really neat project from Columbia Valley, Washington. It's owned by Matthews Winery and Estate, but it is a project centered on the idea of giving back. Blackboard might be thinking about school. That's great because part of the proceeds go to support educational efforts as a charity. This is the red, which is 51% Cabernet Sauvignon and 49% Merlot. It's from two vineyards, Connor Lee and Solixon. It maintains the Columbia Valley appellation. So this wine does see new oak. It is meant to capture the essence of Columbia Valley. So let's see what we have. It immediately hits you with deep, rich black forest fruit, blackberry, black currant. It has a deep black cherry kind of note, vanilla extract. There's a beautiful overlay of nuance from the oak, so cinnamon and clove. Really kind of elevates the aroma profile. The fruit in the aroma is both fresh and just past fresh, so maybe you're making a fresh berry compote of the things I mentioned, and you still are tasting the actual fresh fruit right off the vine as well. There's a dusty, sort of dusty open field kind of note to the nose, which makes sense for the area of Columbia Valley being semi-arid to arid. It's just plain inviting. Let's taste it. So when you get the wine on the palate, it shows some of what you expected in the nose, but then it starts to show the true character of both Columbia Valley and its own grape varietals like Cabernet Sauvignon. So it starts with a generous amount of fruit, that black cherry going to black currant, forest berries, a little tartar on the palate than the nose would have led me to believe. Then the Cabernet Sauvignon jumps in, and there's grip and there's powdery tannin, and it starts to dry out your mouth, and then the fruit comes back after that. The oak nuance is really nicely woven in. It comes across as a bittersweet chocolate powder. It comes across as that underlying clove and cinnamon spice, and then the thread of vanilla. But the main emphasis of the wine is the structure, that classic Cabernet Sauvignon and New World Merlot grip, and those beautiful fruits that I mentioned before. There's a lot to be said about this wine, so let's have another sip and see what else we find. The second sip brings me right back to that concept of how both drying and refreshing this wine is, and I really like that because it's going to work well with food. It gets you ready for the next sip. It doesn't feel heavy. It feels inviting. The fruit is tartar on the palate, like I said, so you are moving from like black cherry into tart cherry. The black currant is very fresh and vibrant on the palate, and it's, blackberries right off the vine, whereas in the nose it smelled like maybe we were crushing them or making a compote. The oak is super well integrated. It's nuanced, it's not dominant, and overall I think this wine is pretty darn stylish and a really great value when you start looking at the suggested retail price on this. So go out and find a bottle of Blackboard by Matthews. This is the red, 2019. You'll please your palate and you'll support education in the process.